Man, Dark Sky Paradise. That shit was definitely a dope album.
Yeah, man.
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
that one was real dope. I expected like that one.
Finally Famous.
Yeah, Finally Famous was good. But you know, he wasn't where he was supposed to be yet.
But one thing about it, he's had growth.
That's what I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? He stayed consistent.
Right. I mean, Big Sean even tell you his best year was with that Dark Sky Paradise. That's when it changed for him.
You could tell by the features and everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, hell, you can tell from the intro. You know what I'm saying? That one he had his pops all on through there. So that was cool.
Yeah.
I like this side to side. You know, they got Mo on there.
Definitely that.
You know, I mean, shit, I get how you just go, man. You make sure the parents stay involved, man.
Oh yeah, got to, man.
Big Sean.
It's a good look. Hey, y'all.
Yeah. So, welcome.
Welcome to the Vibe Corner. We are back with another episode. If y'all staying tuned, you should know by now. It's not the first go around. But, Big Sean. We got to make sure that we talk about Big Sean, man. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to make sure that we cover his latest project. I Decided.
That's right,
This is
man.
a special edition of the Vibe Corner.
Yeah, you know, it's something we like to do, just discuss hip-hop as it is. And this album right here was definitely worth reviewing, man. It's something we was anticipating. And we got it, you know. I can fairly say I was not disappointed.
That's right.
So, you know, definitely something we wanted to get on and talk to you about, man. If you haven't heard the album yet, come on, hip-hop.
Come on.
Get on it, man.
I need
It's
to
a
get
good
on it.
CD. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just telling you this stuff. These are good albums. I knew it was going to be. We heard a few of the tracks.
This is his highest charting album to date.
You know? That's saying
He has
something.
some of the highest charting singles that he's ever dropped, period.
Right.
You know?
How many
I mean,
features?
How many features? Nah, he didn't drop too many features, and I mean that keeps it like it needs to be. You know, he got about 4 or 5 good features on there.
Yeah, you know.
But you know, besides that, you know, if you listen to the radio, you probably heard Bounce Back, probably heard Moves.
I got the moves.
So
Dope. I mean, both of them some hard, dope tracks, you know what I mean? And so I'm glad he released those two. But, I mean, just from the very beginning of the intro, man, I mean, you might not even get it at first, you know what I'm saying? It's something definitely kind of makes you want to hear the rest of the album, though. So I like how they did with the intro.
yeah,
Led it into this track, The Light.
The Light.
You know what I'm saying?
You got Jeremiah on the hook. The Light definitely shows you the growth in which Big Sean has and how he stayed on that going up path.
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And The Light definitely breaks down, you know, how he's doing it not just for himself, but the people that surround him, his family, his friends, you know, which he's talked about that on previous albums. But he puts himself in a very vulnerable position on this album, and that's what I like about it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, as you get through The Light, you jump into Bounce Back.
Right? You know, y'all know how that's pretty much been going. I mean, you ain't even heard that. I mean, you know, get on that. Bounce Back, dope track.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, to get to that next one, though, he brought one of the features, Eminem. You know what I'm saying? That was one that was great. And, you know, Big Sean knew he was going to get it, so he came spitting bars, you know, killing it.
Eminem snap.
You know, Eminem, of course, did Eminem. And, you know, Big Sean just gave that man the rest of the beat. After he don't kill it, said, do what you do. And Eminem murked it. You know what I'm
Talked about a
saying?
lot of black rights stuff. you
Yeah,
know.
that was nice that he brought that on to the Detroit album, you know what I'm saying, of Big Sean, you know, he had to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to see that, of course, because, I mean, a lot of real shit happened, you know, he let you know he stand on that.
Yeah.
This whole Trump and all the other shit, he had a lot of shit on there.
Oh yeah.
So that's always great, man.
Then he kept the flow going with Jump Out the Window. And jumping out the window is pretty much, you know, him putting himself on the line for a woman that, you know, might not be ready, or he could be chasing her. You know what I'm saying? However you want to view it in terms, it's one of my favorite songs because
Yeah.
I like how he, you know what I'm saying, embodied the track and really just showed us, you know, we all are vulnerable sometimes as men, you know what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with that, sometimes chasing what you really want, you know?
Who is the? A lot of times in hip hop, when two artists of that caliber get on a track, it's often often compared. You try to compare the two artists on that track who really killed it between Big Sean and Eminem.
On his No Favors.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's true. That is how this is gonna go down. Who did what? But I think. I mean, shit. It's hard to say, man. They both came with different topics, but Eminem.
They both held their weight.
Eminem had more time on the track, so he definitely did that. But I think Big Sean expected that. You know what I'm saying? Big Sean, you don't want no one to come on your CD and half-ass it just so you can be better than them.
Nah.
You want them to bring something to the track that you can't bring to the track.
Right.
That's why I went and got you.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that Big Sean's not tripping on that. And some artists won't even have a feature, and maybe it's for those reasons, maybe not. Who knows? But
I mean, Eminem even said that he didn't know if he wanted to do the song anyways because he was like, I don't want to come on here and change what you already doing. So for him to come and bring what he brought, it was definitely a good piece of the project.
Oh yeah, So I was just glad to see the feature come together.
So we're gonna move right into moves. We got the moves. You already heard it. If you haven't heard it, that's definitely one of the key tracks on the CD.
Right, definitely one of the hot singles that we talking about that's charted.
And then he jumped into Same Time. It's part 1.
Yeah, so that that 28.8 is probably back in the works again. So I told y'all before how I love that 28.8. I love this collaboration from these two.
Yeah.
But he on this one, 90 seconds, man. He gave you a very, very sneak peek into the album. I was so waiting to hear the rest of this track, but I'm cool. That's just part 1. So now I'm just anticipating the next Big Sean project.
9. I mean, it's one of the best projects of the year so far.
That's a true fact there.
Yeah.
Definitely say that.
Then he gonna ride out into that owe me. You know what I'm saying? That owe me is definitely, you know what I'm saying? How many times you come across somebody you feel like they owe you?
Yeah,
what they haven't given you.
I hear that, what I'm talking about? It's my time, everything. You owe me here. You know what I'm saying? Like I put a lot into this.
It was a good song. It was definitely a good song.
Right,
I
man.
mean, everything flows with the vibe of the project. So,
Yeah, and I heard that owe me, man. I like the little beat on that, man. It kind of took me into the place of that J. Cole, She's Mine, man. That beat was very.
Yeah.
I almost caught me for a second,
It's
but
a little similar to it.
Yeah, But it was definitely a nice look. I like what he did with the track, indeed.
I like how he took the next few tracks, from halfway off the balcony into Voices in My Head.
Yeah, well, I mean, even from Old Me, he had a little outro on the end, where and spoiler alert.
Spoiler
But
alert.
what I mean, but it led right into halfway out the balcony. It's almost like he's kind of getting fed up with it, and he's like damn near hanging out the balcony, deciding which way he finna go, man. I'm glad what he decided, kept the shit going. That wasn't the end of the project.
That's right.
But that halfway out the balcony, that's probably one of my standout tracks on the album, just for the fact the way the man completely murked that shit. But you know what I mean? It ain't over yet though.
He did that little Kendrick Lamar voice change at the end where he went into that rage,
But it definitely led you right into that Voices in My Head, And I mean, and if that's definitely, I'd say, one of the most key tracks on the album. Kind of, if you didn't catch on what's going on yet, this song right here definitely tied the album back together for you.
Voices in My Head.
You know what I'm saying?
I should do better.
Right, And then the main voice that he hear in his head is telling him to stick to the plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he put that right on the same track with it. Blends in perfect with it.
That's right. And, I like how he vibed it out and took it to that Sunday Morning Jetpack.
Yeah.
And he got Dream on the hook, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a more spiritual track to enlighten you and feel like, his faith and beliefs and what he's, praise has put him in the position that he is. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do everything on your own sometimes. Sometimes you gotta have a little faith of a mustard seed.
He was telling you about how he wish he could go back and give himself that damn jetpack so he could take off,
Yeah.
I mean, everyone needs that push every now and again, that little motivation, something that lifts you up, and that's what he did with this Sunday Morning Jetpack.
That's right.
I mean, the metaphor is there. It's decent enough. But I mean, the lyrics on the track really stood out for me, so I like that one.
And then he took it into Inspire Me, which if you've watched the few videos that he's already put out, the skits that he's had to go into it, pretty much break it down like it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? It brings it back to what I was talking about earlier, where he likes to keep his family incorporated in it. Yeah. Inspire Me is definitely about his mother and how she's built him to be the man that he is and inspired him to,
right,
you know what I'm saying, push.
You know, his mother's been on plenty of his other tracks, you know, on past CDs, just speaking with him, because, I mean, he's very close to his mother. He lets that be a well-known fact. So no surprise here that he makes the song of Inspire Me for his mama, you know. Great track.
And that's a dope track.
You listen to that track, you won't want to hit your mama up.
That's like Tupac, Dear Mama, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, I'm just saying, you know, it's easy to relate to.
It's a nice dedication track to your mother.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I say it's more like, hey mama, Kanye West.
Okay.
It's more there.
There you go then. Well, see, as he gets to the end of the album, you know, he branches out and he gets a feature from one of the hotter groups out right now. You know what I'm saying? The Migos.
Migos, that track must be lame.
Nah, I can't even say that
it is.
Man,
actually. I can't, man.
I can't say it is.
Man.
You know, he still came with bars on there. Like, you listen to it like, woo, it's that heat.
Yeah, man, Migos actually did their thing on this too. I mean, they stuck with the song that he had, you know, that he given you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like what they did with it. I like the feature he selected with it. And the track was an overall great track. It wasn't what you may think when you read the feature. Migos probably gonna be some turn up something. Nah, man, this is actually a real good song, man. One of the last ones on the track. As a matter of fact, it was second to the last. He only had one more track after that.
And that's bigger than me.
Right. You know, and that's what you gotta realize, man. It's bigger than you, you know. And that's what he speaks about on this track. That is bigger than me. You know what I mean? All this that he's doing, everything he's got going on, it's not about me anymore. You know, it's bigger than me now.
Yeah.
And knowing that allows you to go ahead and try harder for the people you love, the people around you, you know. And I mean, it has a great outro on this track that really just ties it all completely together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It makes you run it back perfectly.
You can run it back easily. Very easily.
So, I mean, thank you, Big Sean, man, for this album, I Decided. If you haven't checked it out yet, please check it out. And you just watched the TVC album review over.
We here. This is what we do. Hip-hop at its finest.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all check this out. You know what I'm saying? Follow the links. Subscribe, share.
Right.
You already know, man. It's the Vibe Corner.
You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned. We out.